Well, here we go. You do a lot of travelling. We're talking about a loss of 40% of photoplankton in the oceans in the last, 2 decades?
The importance about that is that we've lost 40% in the last 2 decades. Phytoplankton is the basis of the marine food web. Every other species in the water is dining on either phytoplankton or something up the food chain from that phytoplankton.
Yeah.
And then it has another role. So half the world's population lives off food from the ocean. So if you just join those dots, you can see that half of the planetary food for humans is going to be disappearing very, very soon. And then there's another incredible role that the phytoplankton do, and it was mentioned when we did our oral submissions to the Ministry of Environment the other day. Yep. One fantastic speaker got up and she said, we need to start talking about the oxygen generators. And the two biggest oxygen generators on the planet are the trees.
Trees, yes.
And phytoplankton. Phytoplankton makes half of the oxygen that's in our atmosphere. And we've knocked off 40% of them in the last 2 decades. The problem that we have with something like phytoplankton is it's not a charismatic species. People can relate to the polar bears being in danger, to the rhinos being sacrificed for some voodoo medicine for male reproductive problems. And yet they can't relate to the phytoplankton, which is probably the single most important species on the planet.
Absolutely. And I mean, and to think we're in mass numbers we're getting rid of the 2 most important generators of oxygen on the planet, which is completely ridiculous.
It's suicidal.
It is suicidal. It is.
In the past, I've done 16 ocean passages on yachts.
Yep.
Half of them as skipper, half of them as a crew member. And over the 25 years I did those trips, I've watched the amount of flying fish that we would see and the number of albatross and seabirds drop away incredibly. And that was probably the tipping point for me to start thinking, what the hell is going on? You know, this is like the farmer noticing the drought and the frost. This is the sailor noticing the fall off of the flying fish. And then that brought me via, in fact, another fantastic Kiwi, Robin Westenra, who has this really, really informative blog called Seymour Rocks. And Robin brought to my attention Guy McPherson's work, and by default, Michael Rupert and Paul Beckwith. And these guys have been dealing with these issues for a lot longer than I have. So then I started to research them and see what their research